Greetings, fellow geeks and gamers. It's Simpson today. We're going to be doing some art today. I believe last time I talked with Wally about this, and we're going to do some new costumes on my basic V or PNG tuber. We're going to do one for the Pokemon. I have some ideas for that. I'm thinking I might try to do one for Phantasy Star. We're getting rid of the astronaut suit. I have a different one that will be debuting properly on Monday, so we won't have to worry about that. But maybe I do some sort of RPG themed one that's like fantasy. We'll see what we do. But let's see what we've got. So we've got the thing here. It's up. It's ready to be animated, or this one's animated already, so we won't have to go through and do everything. But as an example, let's just show this off. Animation timeline. So as we can see, this one, blinking eye movement, blinking eye movement. So we're going to be working with this one. Also, this is supposed to be at 50% because I run this at half the number of frames. So see, there's our normal one. We're going to get rid of that for now. Settings. Dockers. Animation timeline's gone. We're going to make a Pokemon themed costume. Alright. Do I have any reference pictures yet? I don't. I'm trying to figure out what the Pokemon aesthetic fashion is. Darumaka. Let me get my chat back. And then let me hold this up and we will find Pokemon outfit aesthetic. So what are the common themes in the Pokemon aesthetics? I guess we can just do like Umbreon themed stuff and then do the Pokeball headphones. Does that have the... Yeah, it does. Okay, good. Okay, and over here as well. Perfect. Is it Alt to remove? It is. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to work on this new spot here. So let's start with the basic thing. guess I should have left this alone, but that's okay. The outline here, I mean. Nope. That's what I was afraid of. Oh, right. Duh. Of course. It's on its own layer. Because this is a costume that's going over. Alright, let's see. Yeah. No. Okay. I see what I need to do. So we'll manually color this bit here. Do. No, I need this red. Wait, where's the red hit on this side? So that's just where it's gonna be. Okay, it's fine. Boom. Boom. Okay, and then we get some darker colors, and we're going to create the shading here. Because we still need that. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, so we get this, and we're going to go a little bit darker. We're going to do the same thing here, where we put a little bit of shadow. Yeah, that looks fine. I don't know about good, but it looks fine. That looks like what we're trying to do here. Let me get back to our red. Okay, so that's my first step to making it all Pokemon-y. That's something they do all the time, is they just put little Pokemon Pokeballs on stuff. Root beer. That's to make Phil jealous, but he's probably not even here to get jealous about it. Okay, what else? What else do we do to make this all Pokemon-y? Besides, like, put a full-on Umbreon in front of me. Maybe that's what we do, is we just put Umbreon in front of me. Yeah, probably not. Are you jealous? Are you jealous that I have the root beer? You're normally not in my chat yet by now. Whoop beer. Whoop beer. What is that blue? I don't... Oh, I see. Root beer. You like me trying to cover up the brand and then turning it around so you can see the damn brand? That was some good job. I'm good at this. Bill, what else do I do to make this look like a Pokemon costume? Yeah, it's the sugar-free A&W. I mean, that does a pretty good job of screaming Pokemon, but I feel like I need some other small detail. So that way it's not just a different headphones. But it may not. That may be enough. I really considered doing something like that, by the way. That was one thing I was talking about with Wally the other day, is just putting like some of these on, like it's a really cheap headband, like those little cat ears that people get for their headphones, and just make it look like they're attached. The one on the right is fine. The one on the left isn't. I think I need to just barely have it visible here. A little gold bendy, essentially, but a ring. I don't know. We can look. We can find out. This is on a separate layer. This is the costume layer, so we can do that. And who knows, maybe I'll do all this and then decide, you know what, no, I would like it better if I just did a new thing like I did with the cockpit view. But for now, I just want to do a costume. Where would this be positioned? Do I have those? No. I had cat ears in here, but it looks like we threw them away. Let's see. So the front one is here. The other one... I can put those headphones on. What's up, Supercharge? Sorry about not catching you very much yesterday. Like I said, my chat was doing a weird thing where it was messing up, but I can see you today. So let's see, I'm at like this angle here. So if I had the ears here... So this one's good. This front one's good. It's like right at the cusp. So this... Okay, maybe my first angle was right. I just had it at the wrong... Like, our first spot was right. It was just the wrong angle. So let's try that again. How are you guys doing, by the way? How are you, Phil? How are you, Charge? How do you make the thing where you make it like a cartoon of you on the webcam? Are you talking about like, hold on. Do I have that set up on here? I've got a multi-stage thing to do here. Yes, I do. Are you talking about... Oh. I don't know why that opened up there. Where is that program? Wrapped up a commission for a coworker. Is that the one you've been working on? Also editing. That's not the right base. Is this it? Is this it? Yeah, here we go. Alright, let me calibrate this. Okay. And then... Is this what you're talking about, Charge? Like this sort of thing? On my last game video. Oh, you just mean the PNG, which is what we're doing the art for right now. So not this, but instead, this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Not that. Not that. We're not showing that one off yet until that. This is what you're talking about. Where it's just the animation that goes when I talk. I do this with a program called ViadoTube. Which is spelled like that. And in order to do this, the programs pay what you want, so you can download it for free, or you can pay if you think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I spent some money on it, but if you don't have the money or whatever to start off, you can get it for free. And then you draw your character and upload it onto the program. So, like, this character that I have here and all the different versions of it, these are all drawings that I did and animated on Krita, because I use Krita. And I put them on there myself. And it's really simple to set up. You just kind of follow what the program tells you to do. So, yeah, super easy. Are you uploading it to... What am I am drawing a costume right now on top of my character. We're making a costume right now. So that whenever I play Pokemon Kaizo Ironmon, I can switch over to this costume. We'll be uploading it to Viado, and we'll be trying to make it look good. I mean, that says it, I'm playing Pokemon right there. I'm gonna put Umbreon on here. We're gonna do it. Or hold on, no, we'll do my favorite starter. I appreciate it. Okay, yeah, it's really easy to set up. Like I said, you literally just kind of follow the prompts that it tells you to do. And like I said, it's just that name. If you search for it, you should be able to find it pretty easy.
That's high quality H2O.
Cheers! Thank you for the drink. I'm gonna go ahead and hide my PNG tuber now. We'll pull him up later once we get to actually doing the character costume. Cheers! I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe. I don't use Apple, so I haven't looked for it on Apple. But I wouldn't be surprised if the answer was yes, but I actually have no idea. But yeah, we're drawing a costume for whenever I play Pokemon, wifey. Red for the eye. I couldn't remember what color Bulbasaur's eye was for some reason. Can you make it like a full screen video? Yes. Which one? But yes, the answer is yes. Now, if you wanted like the full animated one, there's a bunch of programs for that I've used. Animaze is the one I use, but it's not the one I would recommend to people, especially if you're an iPhone. You would want to look at VTube Studio. Because like I can do a full video, no problem. Bulbasaur. Derpy Bulbasaur, which is just how we like our Bulbasaur. Nice and derpy. I think I don't. If you want to do it, do it. That's the way I look at it. And if it doesn't work out, well, at least you tried. I don't know if you should or shouldn't. That's going to be entirely about you and your resources and whatnot. But yeah, that's the way I always look at it. But I always say, if you want to try to do something, you should try to do it if you can. No matter what other people think, as long as it's something reasonable, and again, you have the resources to do so. Like, don't make yourself broke to try it, but if it's something that you want to do and you have the resources to do so, then yeah, go do it. And my opinion be damned, one way or the other. Which is funny, because at that moment, it's like, well, but you're telling me to do it, so does that mean don't do it? Whatever, that's up to you. But we just like when we talk about drawing, when we talk about doing music, all of that, our big thing on this channel, the biggest thing we always talk about is that all these things that we do are skills, right? And the thing with skills is you can't get better without doing them, right? So like that's the thing we're always looking at here. Is you don't have to be good at it, you just have to do it until you get good at it. Talent is a real thing, but talent is the smallest part of the list of things that matter. Because a talented person who doesn't practice is never going to be as good as someone who's practiced to get the skill. Yes, they're going to have a little bit further head start, but then that doesn't matter if they never practice. And after a short while, someone who's practiced is going to close that gap anyway, so the natural talent doesn't matter. But it does give you a different starting point. And that's something to remember when you see someone who is talented at something, is that talent just gave them a further, a better diving off point. And a lot of times that talent comes from skills they've learned in other situations that they can apply to this skill. For sure. Alright, we need to give him his bulb. Bulbasaur is not Bulbasaur without the bulb, after all. Have you been in here? Yeah, you have. Never mind. I know the answer to that question. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, Phil. That's a great way to analogize it. Where yeah, sorcerers are the guys who have that innate talent, but they aren't studying it as much. And I've played characters in the past that were both wizards and sorcerers together. Like it was a wizard sorcerer character for that reason, where it's like I have this innate ability for it, but I also am learning to expand. I don't know that I ever fully left Pokemon as a series since it came out in '97. Is that right? I didn't ask for TCG. Oh my gosh, I don't care about the TCG. I'm not asking about that. 96. So, I've been playing since 96. No, that's the Japanese. I asked for the international. 98. Okay, so I've been playing since 98. And I would say I've been more or less on. I have definitely, there are times where I'm not playing the most current one because some of them I'm not as big of a fan of. But yeah, I've been playing since '98, since my mom brought this home for this funny little game home for my brother and I to play on our Game Boys back in '98. Back whenever the game was first getting its big boom of popularity. I did play the TCG for a little while. I know you're a fan of that because you've shown me your cards. I have cards from back when it first came out. I still have the Game Boy game, which maybe one of these days I'll play the Pokemon TCG Game Boy game on here. That was definitely something. I have not played the TCG Pocket game, the mobile game. And I have a lot of friends who do, so I don't know why I haven't bothered. Oh. Setting. Docker. Animation timeline. I want to match... Sure. Nothing wrong with that. Alright. Create blank keyframe. Now, when do my blinks start? Right away. Okay. I kind of want to stagger its stuff a little bit. So let's start its blinking here. Well, if you have a local game shop, I am certain that they would be able to teach you if you are able to go there. Most local game shops have dedicated Pokemon days because Pokemon Company gives you money to do so. Okay. Now, I don't know what the current meta looks like in Pokemon. I do, actually. I forgot. I learned about this from a completely different TCG. They are currently playing Stun / Floodgate, whatever term you like to hear. Stall, Stacks. Whichever game you're used to, that's what they're playing in TCG right now, is they're playing stall games. Which is funny, since that's a strategy that's been popular on the VGC scene for the actual cartridge games for a while now. Thank you. We're animating this, so the shadow is going to be important. Okay. Bill, have you been playing Pokemon since 98 as well? If you're still around. I assume you are, but you could be hanging out with Rep or someone else at this point, or doing, you know, chores around the house. I believe start with blue. Very nice. Alright, Charge. You have a lovely little time away, and if you come back while we're still streaming, I'll talk at you then. Oh, okay. Cool. Well, again, whenever you do, it's always nice to have you while you're here, and feel no pressure to stay whenever you're not able to stay. And as Articuno sweep, nice. Isn't the term swept? I know, I'm being overly pedantic. Pedantry being one of the things that we're definitely known for in nerd channels. Schwept. And oh no, that was supposed to be on a new. I didn't hit the next frame like I thought I did. Damn it. Okay, it's fine. We just do the exact same thing we just did. I think I have, but I don't know if you remember either. Have I told you about the time, my friend was doing doubles in the VGC, so he needed someone to play the second character? And so I actually, we'll say performed, in the VGC, or competed in the VGC as a proxy, essentially. My job was to execute his plan. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Copy. Copy. Paste. Yes, it looks so good. VGC, VGC. VGC. I don't even know what it stood for. I just know I was part of his team for competing on it. Exactly, yeah. This is the early... 6 p.m. Central is the earliest I'll be streaming ever. Now, I'll stream later. But definitely not earlier. Copy keyframes. And we'll just paste these in and slightly random. Hello? Paste keyframes. Why am I not pasting the key? Copy keyframes. Paste keyframes. There we go. Paste keyframes. Paste keyframes. Alright, let's see how that looks. So back to the beginning. Yeah, that looks good. I do really sleep in the day. Like, I don't wake up until 3 in the afternoon. File. Save as. Pokemon. Blinking. File. Render animation. GIF. Alright, now we export it as a GIF. And I want to copy this, and I think it'll work if I do that. And then put this here at the top. Paste. Is the animation stick? I think it does. It does. Perfect. Save as. Pokemon. Blinking, talking. Render the GIF. This isn't fun. There's only like a couple things I can call it. I don't have a whole bunch of ways to mess with people with that, with the graphics file. I'm getting rid of this one. Place. And there we go. And I'm sorry for that. I do appreciate that when you're here when you can be. And I'm sorry that you don't get to stick around for more of it. Alright, so let's see how this one works. Does it look good? Oh no! The green screen makes Bulbasaur disappear! What's up, Leith? That's hilarious. So I guess Bulbasaur was a bad choice. Now it just looks like a Ghastly or something. But I do appreciate you while you're here, Charge. Like I said, it's just I'm nocturnal. This is just when I'm awake. So doing it earlier in the day would make me wake up at hours I'm not used to being awake. Shiny Bulbasaur? What's shiny Bulbasaur look like? I actually don't know because I've never had a shiny. Now you're just being mean to me, Phil. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't even know if I need the green alpha anymore. Hold on. Let me filters. Let me see if I even need it. That's not the right thing. Hold on. Hold on. Are you holding on, guys? Chroma key. Remove. Okay. Yeah, we don't need it. We can just do a very slight adjustment here. There we go. Now the Bulbasaur's there, and you can see him. Alright, he's charged. Thank you for hanging out. You have a wonderful night. I am a Bulbasaur truther, sir. And I actually had this conversation the other day on, in Questley's chat, believe it or not. I don't even remember what they were doing. But Q was doing something, and it came up. Someone was talking about Charmander and how everyone chooses Charmander. I said, not me, I'm a Bulbasaur truther. So, yeah. So there's the new thing for Kaizo Ironmon costume. I still am gonna need something for like my first ever Pokemon game was Fire Red. That's what, or was Red version? Gotcha. For Game Boy Color, yeah. Squirtle Squad 5 life. I can live with that. And Wifey's a Charmander stan. You know, like I'm never going to question people. I am just a Bulbasaur truther, which is funny. Point Crow has a. I should do this too. I should totally steal it from him. A yearly census he does of his viewers, and competitively, Bulbasaur is considered the weakest of the three because it has the most weaknesses. And so it's always odd to see that his the majority of players for Gen 1 starters and his viewership are Bulbasaur truthers, despite the fact that he likes his commander Charmander. Yeah, I always say it's Bulbasaur truthers, Charmander stans, and Squirtle squatters. So. Alright, we're gonna turn off the animation. We don't need it now, unless I decide to go do something else that needs to be able to animate. I also don't really want my PNG tuber on the screen right now. I want to be my beautiful face, because I have a pretty face. I know you're a Charmander stan. Wifey's a big Charizard Charmander stan, which is why whenever I play Kaizo Ironmon, if I get a Charizard, it belongs to her. Leaf, you didn't answer me the other day, and you may have left by then while I was playing Kaizo Ironmon. What is your favorite Pokemon? Is it Charmander, period? Is there something else that's your favorite Pokemon? When I do Kaizo Ironmon, I try to make sure I get any one of my chatter's favorites as a... what is going on? I try to get people's favorites whenever they pop up. I run them. Dragonite, okay. Even if they're illegal, I will run it on the thing because that's how that works. Hell yeah. Yeah, so if we end up with a Dragonite, we will definitely run it and we'll name it Leaf. Also, Phil, I want to let you know, I put a lot of stuff into the Duat. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Tag has all sorts of stuff, so... Hope you're excited. I'm excited. So yeah, I keep track of everyone's favorites. That way I have that list pulled up whenever I do a Kaizo Ironmon, and I can choose whoever. Yeah. I'm so sick of neighbors who don't understand. No, it's not the neighbors. It's the people doing stuff for the neighbors. The neighbors have been really good, actually. But they keep the people around.
He coming!
Okay. Oh, loud he coming! He doesn't understand what I'm saying to him this time. I still need to figure out how to get Pokemon Infinite. Boy! Hold on. Oh, I think... Do I not have it on this PC? Was that on my last one? I thought I had Infinite Fusion on here. I was gonna load it up and play it some. Alright, ad break is finished. Let's get the boy. Yeah, if you don't know, if you just go to the Pokemon Infinite Fusion subreddit or the Discord, either one, they have the downloads, and then you can get the sprite packs. It's pretty simple to set up. I thought I had it, but I guess I had that on my last PC, and I haven't downloaded it on this one yet. I've done multiple runs through Infinite Fusion. So. Yeah. Maverick. People want to see you, Bub. Come here. Come here. Oh. You contrarian. Maverick the contrarian who doesn't want to come be seen today. Don't worry, I made sure you were awake this time, so no big scares. No yelping scares this time. Hello, I'm Maverick, and I'm streaming art today. Behind me is my assistant. He handles the computer stuff, because it's hard to type with pause. He's such a small corgi. You're such a small corgi, and you have a weird head. Yeah, you have a weird head, and your eyes are weird. And I love you. Okay. Make sure to give Maple 1 extra scritch for the chat. Oh. Yeah. You want an apricot or a blueberry? Apricot or blueberries? Apricot? Blueberries. Blueberries? Yeah? Yeah. No, no, no. Maple wouldn't eat him. Maple would beat him up. Rifle through his pockets for spare change and go buy our own food. One tax for me. Ah. Turn around. Good boy. Thank you. Good. Pound it. Good. You dropped that one. Here. There you go. Ready? Catch. You didn't catch that at all. You didn't even try to catch that. Ugh. I know what Mom wants you to do. Look. Hold. Nope. Look. Look. Hold. Hold. Maverick. Hold. Hold. We're not playing this game. Hold. Release. Get it. You can't get it. There you go. One last one. There you go. Good boy. You good boy. You're a good boy. Bye, people. Oh, you see yourself? Do you just see yourself on the screen? Good boy. Alright, go run around and don't tear anything up. Obviously, I should have drawn a Yamper instead of a Bulbasaur. Why did you immediately come under my desk? Hey. Hey. Get out from underneath me, bud. What? What? Oh, it's dog hair on my tablet now. Go lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Oh, you going back to your trailer? You going back to your trailer? Okay. Yeah, you can go back to your trailer. Here, go ahead. I'll close it for you. Yeah, go ahead. Take your nap. For anyone who doesn't know, Maverick likes to take his naps inside of his kennel, which we have dubbed the trailer because he's such a diva. I'll be in my trailer. Harumph. Ah, go! So much dog hair. Okay, he heard me from afar, maybe. I told him to go lay down, and that's when he went to his trailer. Root beer. All right. Do we want to keep the walling? Or do we want to jump in with a bunch of other streamers and play some... What are they playing? Lockdown Protocol. I kind of feel like doing art, but... I know they've been asking me the last several weeks. And I may have done it if I didn't have people from YouTube like Charge who had been wanting to watch me do some art today. I may just do some more art anyways, but... Art? Okay. Did you see what we did first, Corgi? We made a costume. Goofy little costume for when we're playing Kaizo Ironmon. Ba-doop. Oh, let's grab my palette. This button. Please, do not pull up there. I know there's nothing to... But I never want there to accidentally be some sort of, like, private information that gets pulled up. What's up, Vesper? Did you figure out how to change your name? Did you go on your adventure to see how to change your name? Also, since you're just showing up here, Vesper, this is what we worked on earlier. We made a new costume for our PNG tuber. So we normally, you know, we look like this normally, or we have a little crow. We'll have the crow and the corgi. But now, when we're playing Pokemon Kaizo Ironmon, we have this. So we have a new costume. Haven't yet. Just you got your email? Hell yeah! Excitement! We're excited for the Vesper. For anyone who doesn't know, Vesper is Puma is Vesper. For if you don't know who Vesper is, if you've been on my channel long enough, you've heard the music of Clearly Guilty. Vesper is one of the singers from that band, so that's where you would recognize that name from my streams. I have referenced Vesper a lot in the past. Vesper and Rowena. I may have called her by her real name a couple times, but let's not do that. You know. It's a me! So if you guys don't recognize the name of that band, what's your favorite dinosaur? The one that I always ask people about. That's that band. And, yeah. We learned last time something that I feel like I should have known for a while, but I apparently didn't know. Vesper has an archaeology degree that never gets used. How is your day going, Vesper? How are you doing today? Alright, I want to reset my palette entirely. I don't need all these colors. Let's get these ones on it. You love Cenozoics. Fair. That's not quite how his nose works. That's how his nose works when I draw him. Me and the work where I went with... I kind of want to see that, but at the same time, I haven't watched past, like, the 3rd episode of The Mandalorian because I'm a bad nerd. I'm the guy with the, you know, the freaking... Oh, let me get that. I'm the guy with, you know, that tattoo, and I've still not watched The Mandalorian. What is wrong with me? That's good to hear. I could watch the film easily. Okay. Really all you need. It was less lore, more fun romp. Gotcha. Yeah, so I've seen up until, to give an idea, the part where Kara, is that her name, was first introduced. Like, that's it. So, like, like, almost nothing has happened yet. Oh no, don't do that. Okay. That's cool and all. I kind of hope that if they make more films, they take the time to make them. Because that's one thing I feel like a lot of studios, especially nowadays, are struggling with. Is like realizing that just because you have a successful franchise doesn't mean you have to immediately start putting out more films. Oh, they're trying to keep the new empire from reforming, eh? I didn't even know that. All I knew so far was that he decided to not kill his mark because he was an adorable baby. Gotcha. Yeah, like I said, I have seen so little of it. I got Disney Plus just to watch it, but I'm so bad at watching stuff that I watched the first 3 episodes and then just haven't gone back. I loved what I watched of it. And I just didn't get back to it. I am not good at watching things. Man, I swear, I always do worse whenever I'm doing this stuff on stream. Which is fine. It just means I'm not as good at drawing for an audience. More of a gamer, yeah. I feel that. Ah! But there we go. Might start doing watch parties on Discord. That's what we do on Fridays after our Fridays after on Mondays after Mecha Mondays. We watch Gundam to go with what we're streaming. So since we're streaming Gundam, we've been watching some of the anime, and a lot of it Prime hasn't seen yet. So that's been really interesting to get like his reaction to these shows that the rest of us have seen multiple times at this point. Like, we've watched 2, 3, 4 of the movies, I think, so far. Well, I've been there, and of course I've watched stuff before I joined Mecha Mondays. So that's been a fun thing that we've been doing. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I need that part to be the dark outline. What were you planning on watching, Corgi? Okay. I'm gonna get the lighter color. We'll do some highlights now. Super Sentai? Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Super Sentai. Big fan of that. Yeah, like I said, that's part of the reason we do it specifically right after that stream, because we're all right there to do it together, so we don't have to think about it. So if you had something like that where you know everyone's available, that's the best time to do it. They also do stuff after Sammy's. I haven't done any of that. They watch like Marvel movies in Sammy's stream as well, but I again haven't gone for any of those yet. Sure, for sure. I think it's interesting how many more painting techniques you use doing digital, pixel art than you do doing like more standard digital, like the light on dark or whatever. Oh. That doesn't work as well in this as what I normally do that. That's okay. Nope. I liked it better the other way. We'll do a pencil line instead. Okay, get our dark gray back out. Welcome back from ad jail. I just realized you guys were in it. Because I'm a bad streamer today who's not paying close attention to that. Okay, I'm gonna grab this. Alright, let's give him some details on his face now, or on his eyes here, now that I've made them bold and absolutely terrifying. Let's add an eyelids there. Okay, get some of this in here, kind of. Oh. Okay. I like how I'm not even talking at this point. I'm just like in the zone of doing the art. Kind of feel a little like I should be talking more. Who all's still in here? What do we want to talk about, guys? I've got an ad playing for Mando and Grogu right now. I like that. Trying to set up a kitty cam. Hell yeah. Oh, by the way, Vesper, I totally made a joke about you yesterday, and I don't know if you were here to hear it, so I want to let you know. It's something I used to always jokingly say whenever we were going to see you. And I kind of gave some context to it, but I had to tell people how I always came to you to get my big booby hugs. So I gave a little bit of context to that, but... Always, it really is. Down with the sickness. Uh-oh. You need steroids again. Then you cut... No, let's be real. You're, as you worded it, perfectly molded pieces made from expert hands are still not small. They are just not breaking your back anymore. I always used to joke about that, though, whenever we were coming out to see you guys, to Wifey. I would always be like, yeah, I have to go get my big booby hug next. I'm glad that I have a healthy enough relationship that I can joke about stuff like that and not feel like I'm going to offend her or you. You know, good friend. And I can joke about that without feeling like, oh no, I need to be careful about what I say in this regard. True! Oh, that sucks. Have you figured out what you're gonna do, Corgi, as far as like a plan in action yet for how you're gonna host your site and everything? Oh man, so Vesper Corgi here is a comic artist who I just realized there's a chance you've read some of his work, and I don't know if you have or not. If you're familiar with a piece by a Masao the dog, this is Masao the dog. And I don't know if you have. I just know that you happen to frequent the same sorts of places that he produces stuff in. So there's a non-zero chance that you have interacted with his work. And if you have, I mean, someone fucked with him, and we're not happy, and we're gonna go murder someone. I'm posting on Pixiv. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Good. I'm glad you have something. But there's a yeah. Just because I know you are a purveyor of the AO3 and his stuff may show up. It may have shown up there at some point. Of course, he does comic work, so maybe not. But there's a possibility. It's fine. It'll fix itself here. It's too problematic, yeah. Too problematic. On a site that has full-on adult stuff, your non-adult thing is too problematic. It's so fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit. It is on AO3, okay. Okay. I wasn't sure if it had been posted on AO3 specifically, but I know she frequents AO3, so... Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to do this. There we go. I have the eyes in weird spots here, but I'm gonna keep rolling with it. I have, like, actual writing. I knew you had some writing as well. You know, thinking of stuff, at some point, whenever she's back on here, I'll see if she's in... When I know she's lurking in on the phone. When she gets back, I'm gonna ask Vesper something. Ah! That was me making the mistake that time, though. Ah, this is looking so good. I'm really getting a good grasp on this now. Okay. I'm in the middle of school. Oh, you're pretty stuck? What are you... Is it your... one of your normal ones, first off? That's the first question. And then, what are you specifically stuck on? Are you stuck on, a next event? Or how you want to tie an event to another event? Like, what type of stuck are we? Uh-oh. How do you want to push a relationship into more romance? Understandable. That is something that can be interesting to try to pull into a dynamic that makes sense. It feels organic, so I can definitely understand why you would be struggling with that specifically. Okay. No. We're just gonna leave that be for now. I want the inner bit to be white. Phthalo white. No. Phthalo blue is the blue phthalo. Do. Okay. Yeah, that's looking good. I love how tiling makes this stuff work. Like, look, it's such a good little, fun little thing. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dun, da-dun, da-da. I'm so distracted by this, I'm not even talking again. Oh my gosh, I apologize. I promise I'm not trying to just get so into the zone that I can't talk. Not that it's a bad thing, but you know, I'm supposed to be streaming. I'm supposed to be keeping you guys entertained, not just drawing. If I was just drawing, I could do that off stream. An ad break! Do, 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 do. I guess ads starting soon. I'm over here not talking because I'm like, oh, ads, perfect. No, I'm just not. If they're starting soon, they didn't start. I'm even worse than I was a moment ago. Okay. There we go. Oh, too much. There we go. Alright, there we go. Pencil gray. Oh. There we go. Give him his white little belly, because he got a little belly. Because he's an adorable little boy. Do 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 do. Okay, and then we're gonna do this. Let's do the brown here, actually. Ad break is finished. Welcome back from ad jail. Once again, sorry for being kind of quiet, but welcome back, welcome back. I'm gonna keep doing this stuff. Okay, get that cleared up. Zoom! Janie's got a gun. No! Arcanine? Missed out on the Arcanine. Ba 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 ba. Let's see, we'll do this. I hurt myself today. See if I still feel. Shadowy. Shadowy, 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 shadowy. Maverick, 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 Maverick. What's your favorite dinosaur? Bum, bum, bum. Yep. We may end this stream after this picture because I am doing way too much of just not talking. I feel like that's bad streamer etiquette. I should be chatting more. Which just means I'm really into the drawing and not into the stream at this point. That sounds wrong. I'm very much always having a fun time when I'm streaming, but like, I'm focusing on the art more than I am focusing on streaming, and I think that takes away from the experience from all of you guys, so. Bill's streaming tonight, right? Oh no, today's Friday, not Saturday. My brain. You're streaming tonight. You're doing Stardew tonight. Assuming you're feeling good enough to do it. Never any pressure to do so, though, if you're not feeling good. Because, as I say, self-care is underrated, and we always want to make sure we're taking care of ourselves and taking care of our fellow streamers. So, you know, if you're not feeling well, make sure you do the thing where you take care of yourself before you worry about getting your stream. Though I know you know well enough that I'm not worried about it. And sometimes you need that little stream. I've been around you on days when the stream was what made you able to handle the day, so. Ah, no! No! God damn it. Let's see, Friday. What do you guys do for dinner on Fridays? Oh, thinking of food. Wifey's on vacay right now, so she's not home. Which means I've had my casserole with peas in it yesterday and today. Oh, it's been so good. It's made me very happy to eat. And I'm happy to not have it whenever she's around, you know, so that way we can keep her happy. I know she doesn't care if I eat it, but I don't like making food that she doesn't get to eat. But yeah, we've had some nice tuna and macaroni casserole with peas in it. Oh, comfort food for my soul, baby. Alright, I'm gonna take a break right here. We're gonna keep working on this afterward, but Maverick is starting to get a little fussy, and so we're gonna go ahead and take him outside and everything. So we'll be back in 10 to 20. I'm not feeling very well, guys. I got up and moved around. And now I'm feeling kind of nauseous. I grab a ginger cookie candy to see if that helps. Maybe that's why, if I'm starting to feel sick, that could be why I'm feeling or like, the. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's not enough for me to tap out yet. Just, if I decide to switch over at some point and quit, that's what's going on, is my stomach's starting to feel funny. What the hell? I have no idea what that scene was. I don't actually, like, legitimately have no idea what scene that was that tried to play there. So that's something I have to worry about now. Oh. Oh, okay. We're gonna keep this going, though. So in the thing that it's based on, creatures that are outside of that size range, can't communicate with creatures of that size. And so it's kind of, in lore, a little bit more self-regulated, where it's not really much of a choice. So, like, deer and stuff speak a completely different language than the Corgi Patrol do. Like, they don't speak a language that's knowable. It's not the same type of language. Kind of like how people and dogs, like, you can kind of get the gist of it, right? But like, people and dogs do not speak the same type of language. Like, it's not just that they don't speak the same language. They don't speak the same type of language. And the same thing for that. But I'm pretty lenient with it. It's mostly designed to keep things, you know, balanced for things. But like, I would say that they're in close enough to the right size. They are a little bit, but I'd say they're close enough to speak the same type of language, but they would definitely not speak, you know, the Queen's English, so to speak. And so I would allow something like that. They would be exotic, like they wouldn't be from around the area, but I would be okay if you were wanting to play as a sloth, yeah. You would just have to find a reason you're in that part of the world. A honey badger is definitely... there's actually a honey badger in the story that it's based in. Like, the original storyline had a honey badger in it. Oh, honey badger, there's a wolverine. The honey badger is, of course, from Africa. But there's also a wolverine in it. So, yeah, those already kind of have a place in the world. So those are definitely fine. What's up, Josh? In case I run out, thank you. Thank you. Well, this whole picture, or at least this part, is all being done in this palette right here. This whole thing's being done in this palette. Hello? What's going on? There we go. I'll put it in order? Hell yeah. Uh, is that fine? Shoot. I have the hand... The hand looks backwards now. I have done it wrong. The hand looks backwards. I don't know. Kind of like not doing that. Oh no! There we go. I've never considered that. I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen a coconut crab in real life, so I don't actually have a concept in my head how big they are. No to miniature horse. All the horses have the same sort of language and are not included. I do know that. Vesper has returned. Vesper, I was going to ask you something earlier. Right, and I realized that like right after you got your phone call, so I kind of just left it be, but would you ever want to jump into my voice chat at any point if that's something that interests you? I'm not saying anytime soon. If so, let me know and I can get you, because I know you on a personal level, I would be willing to get you a role to allow you to do so. As long as a man's forearm, okay. I would say I'd probably allow it then. I would allow that to exist as something that can speak the language. I don't know why it would be there, but if you can come up with a reason, I would allow that to be part of it. Okay. I've got a group of people who are allowed to jump into my chat whenever, voice chat whenever I'm streaming. It's basically just people I know to some personal level or have earned that spot. Like, I don't know Phil outside of the internet, but Phil has earned his spot and he can join into my voice chat whenever he feels like. Ah, damn it. Oh, I see. That would probably start getting on the too big size, probably. Still. I'm not familiar with the Glyptodon, though, so I don't know which one that is off the top of my head. Like, I don't even know what... And it may or may not be something I've seen before, but I don't know it by name. Because halflings are a little bit too big, I think. They're not like way too big, but they would be, you know, size-wise, a little bit. Oh. Oh. I was thinking extant creatures, not extinct creatures, so that's the reason I definitely wasn't going to remember that one. Since, you know... Which one's the Glyptodon? Oh, okay. These guys. Yeah, I know these guys. When I see them, I always think they're a Doedicurus. And I have to look up that they're not a Doedicurus. My chat disappeared! Oh no! There we go. I can see it again. Okay. I had the name or the order backwards there then. Gotcha. It's a clade, gotcha. Bum, bum, bum. I have so much space for another character, but again, I'm not feeling... Perhaps. What's let me what is the average size for ratites? I mean, I'm sure for certain on some of them, but like, what was the most average size for like all ratites? Is it just like, is the emu the average size, or is there like, are they commonly smaller? Because I mean, there was like what, the kiwi is technically a ratite, isn't it? Which obviously I don't think it's gonna ride on a kiwi. Let's see. I guess I didn't realize that dodos... It makes sense. I just didn't realize that dodos were ratites. The smallest one we have. Okay. In the middle, yeah. Yeah, I would definitely say, at least on the higher end, they could definitely... I would say even a non-anthro corgi could ride some ratites too. Like, a dexterous and trained enough corgi could definitely ride on an ostrich, especially ostriches that are trained to be ridden, like they have in the Dixie Stampede in here in Missouri. So I would say probably, yeah, they could. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I don't like wrapping it so early, and I'd like to do more. So next week we'll do more with this picture. We'll add more characters and whatnot. But my tummy's still doing funny things. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Vesper, have you ever been down to that part of Missouri? I assume yes, because you've performed, you know, not too... I mean, I guess it's actually a bit further north, but... Have you ever been to the Dixie Stampede and seen the people ride the ostriches? You're down? Okay. Me too. I hope so too. I know Mike and, wow. My brain can't think of her real name. I can only think of Dilly suddenly. I feel like an absolute ass. Are from down in that area, and they had a musical that they put on down there about her mom, or grandma? Which was really cool. Nancy, thank you. Wow, I feel like such a jerk. Nancy is one of those people who gives me a big hug the moment she sees me. I've spent some time with them down in Branson outside. Not much. Like, I saw them, but yeah. Yeah. And they at the Fire on the Hill stage, they did a one weekend. Nancy put on a live production that was about, I think it was her grandma. It may be her grandma, but it was about her and stuff she was doing, which was really cool. I didn't get to see it, but Mike told me all about it. It was really cool. I love them. They're such good people. I miss them. And I don't think we're going to get a chance to go to the festival this year at all. Because we're kind of low on funds this year, which is sad. I mean, we didn't pay for it last year either. Jake gave us tickets last year, but he didn't perform, or not last year, 2 years ago, but he didn't perform since I'm, this is my income right now because I'm still looking for a job that I can do. So, yeah, they're such good people. Let's find someone to raid out to. Oh, I'd appreciate that, but don't feel any need to. Like, I would love to come and see you guys, as always, but, like, you know. If you have other people to use them on, please make sure... Don't put me as your higher priority. Now, obviously, if you have extra. I know, Phil, but you know what else is stressful? Not having enough money to live. We do at the moment, but if anything happens, we're at that point where... Unless I can get more people paying me to do stuff here online, if people want to commission me for pixel art or something, I'd be able to do it. You always have some... Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you have them, I definitely would come. We would definitely come out. For sure. You know I love to come see you guys. I don't even know who we're rating. Mostly because everyone has been streaming for so long. Otherwise it'd be easy, because there's a lot of people I normally raid into, but so many have been streaming for real long today. Let's go someone else doing art. It's also like anytime we go see other Mike. So, I'm here finding someone to raid, but now I have a little story time. Good old Saucy Jack. That Mike. Whenever... I love to talk about this. So, he is a person who got me into Dungeons & Dragons whenever I was a child, when he was dating my sister. My sister's name is Amy, and she's blonde with blue eyes. Which doesn't mean much to a lot of people, but it means something to Vesper. I always say he has a type. Just win the lottery? Yeah. His current wife, Phil, his current wife is Amy with blonde hair and blue eyes. His current wife, his only wife, his wife. The person he is with currently is what I mean when I say that. No, do not. Just snooze. I'm trying to find someone to raid. Don't send people to ad jail. Let's just raid Acorn, I guess. They're playing a point-and-click adventure game called The Dark Eye Memoria. They've been streaming for a while, but they normally stream for a long time, so we're gonna raid Acorn Tree Incorporated. We love Acorn here. Make sure you show them all the love. Tomorrow's Saturday! One shot, baby, if anyone's interested. If I don't have enough people, we'll play probably Gundam, let's be real. That's what I've been doing. Hopefully I'm feeling better by then. Also, in case you didn't know, Vesper, if you're ever interested, I don't know if you have plans this weekend or whatever, but every Saturday, give or take, I run one-shots either of Dungeons & Dragons, or we're doing a different system right now. And it's, whenever we do the D&D, it's a West March style, so people are able to jump in with the same character over and over again if they want. So, it'll be posted in the one-shot channel. If you're ever interested, I will post stuff about it throughout the week. So if that's something that ever interests you, feel free to join in. No pressure to ever do so, but it's always available. That being said, that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. Thank you guys for being part of my evening. Thank you for letting me be part of yours. We get so many hours in a day. Okay, that's fine, Phil. I might run two if I have, or run it late if I only have enough people then. But thank you guys for being part of me. We're going to get some hours today. We're all adults. We choose where we spend our time. You can say you don't because you have a job, but you can always lose that job if you wanted to. Not that that's the best idea, but you always have a choice of where you spend your time. So you spending your time with me is not a small thing, and I hope you remember when someone gives you their time that they're making that choice. It's not a small thing. So please, always remember that. That being said, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. If not, I understand. Big love, everyone. Bye!